Hello everybody, my name is Bragster and welcome back to TEW 2020. Now, we've just come off the back of Farewell Wednesday, so a lot of storylines probably would have changed, and if you look, we've got a lot of storylines. Now, I counted, we've got about 18 storylines to go off. These are all just placeholder feuds, a lot of them. Some we obviously already had. The only problem is we don't match two storylines being over 50 heat at the moment. Do we have even one? Yeah, we've got at least one, which is the Dunn Thatcher storyline. And the Ripley one's actually really close. So's the Imperium Undisputed Era one. And I can guarantee a few of these other feuds will get up there very, very quickly. Now, a lot of these, like, we've got this one, like Madden's rise from commentary to the ring, Regal losing his job because he's being called up, Robert Stonebrand. Some of these are debut of Naduka. A lot of these are quite simply just almost promo storylines that will play off into the future date. But yeah, so we've got a few. This is the feud I'm not so sure about, because I don't know what to do with Jeff Cobb. Now, I've got a feud and I've got a plan for every other person on the roster, literally every other one. Like even Heath Slater, you know, I've got some plans for him, but I haven't got plans for Jeff Cobb at all. I have none. I don't know what to do. I haven't got a clue. It's very, very weird. In my brain, I'm like, I just don't know. Like, I like him, but when we've got, if you look at our roster, like we've got Babatunde that I'm not even giving a chance to. I know he's not the best. I know that, but he's still there. Then I've got what's his name? Bronson Reed. I've got him as well. Another big man. I felt like I needed him at the time, but now I'm starting to flesh out storylines. I don't think I need him, which then begs the question, what do I do with him then? Because I've got a plan for everyone else. Motor City Machine Gun's got a plan for. Marty Skull, I've got a big plan for. Heath Slater, I don't have like a massive plan for him, but I know where he's going to fit. So for my new people, that's kind of the plan. And with Naduka coming in as like the big monster that we're building up from scratch, I don't know. I really don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. It really will be useful to know what you guys think, because right now I haven't got a clue. Really haven't got a clue what to do with him. But yeah, I've changed the stable name of Our Legado del Fantasma, because, you know, that's their proper name. I've left Wild and Mendoza's tag team to be called the Cartel, because I quite like that. Like the Undisputed Era, Our Legado del Fantasma is like the trio name, and then you've got the Cartel, so it kind of works. Well, that's the plan anyway. But yeah, I've got a lot of storylines going on. If you've noticed, I've still got ages to skip forward. That's because from now on, I will show everything that happens on camera. So any call-ups you'll see, nothing will happen off camera now. No, even the injuries, nothing. That's my aim. I just feel like it'll make your viewing experience a lot better. Sorry, I'm absolutely waffling here, but there's been a few changes, as you can see, with the rivalries, as well as how I'm going to do the episodes. They might be a little bit longer. I don't think they'll be much longer at all. Like, they might be like 2 minutes longer, especially this one with me waffling. But yeah, I thought it would just make your viewing experience that little bit better. So hopefully you like it. So I'll skip forward. If anything happens, obviously you'll know. If nothing happens, then yeah, I'll show you when I put the show. Right, so Keith Lee has officially been called up from NXT. So don't us forget about Keith. You guys enjoyed the reference last time. But we'll do it properly, all together now. Don't you forget about Keith. No, 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 no. Don't you forget about Keith. No, 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 no. There we go. I hope you guys joined in, because if you didn't join in, that was me on my own. So, which would have been a little bit awkward. Just a little bit awkward. So, I was just looking at Evan Bourne, because I know you guys were saying that previously. As you can see, he breaks one of my owner goals if I was to get him. Also, where would he fit? Bear in mind, I'm struggling to put in Jeff Cobb. You know, trying to fit in Evan Bourne / Matt Sydal into the company. Where would he fit? I need the answers to both of those questions, basically. One, do I break the owner goal just to get him, because he is very good and very popular? And two, where does he fit? Where does he go? What storyline do you guys want him to be in if I was to get him in? Obviously there's no rush to get him in because he's not tied down to anyone. So yeah, it's basically down to you guys. Like, no, I don't want to exit, I've clicked the wrong button. So yeah, if you guys go, oh, he'll fit in perfectly here, please tell me, because it will just help me out. Otherwise I'll hold off on getting him until I have a plan for him. Right, so I've booked the show. This is a jam-packed show, if you can't tell. I actually struggled with this one. Previous weeks I found it really easy to get the timings of everything right. This week I really struggled. The fact that we have a bunch of storylines running at the same time, or starting to run at the same time, has been really helpful for me. It ended up being the right decision to have so many storylines running. I'm able just to thread everything in and out, very much similar to what they do in real life, which I really wanted to portray on the game, and I wasn't sure if I'd be able to, and I finally have been able to. I've been able to weave storylines through the show all the way up until the main event, and this, that and the other. I don't know what that is. It's meant to be weaving, but for some reason, yeah, I don't know. So let's just start the show. Let's see what it's like, because this show could be so bad. It could be, because I just don't know how things are going to go. Right, so we started off the show actually pretty good. I wasn't expecting it to be this good, but thank God. Dream talks about his big win. Loomis comes in and just stares at the title. Now obviously this is playing off similar to what's been going on in real life, really, but like a few weeks earlier, because we're at the end of July now, and in real life what we're in at the start, if not at the middle of July. So yeah, it's just playing off the facts of, you know, Loomis was there for Dream, and now Dream's won the title, Loomis wants it. But yeah, really good segment. Bear in mind, Loomis has hardly any popularity. That's our problem at the moment. Everyone on the show has hardly any popularity, so that's why I'm worried. Then we got a segment to do with Regal possibly losing his job. He will, because he's going up to the main roster. Triple H tells Regal that his treatment of Charlotte is putting him in trouble, as well as other things like all of his superstars leaving and being called up, and the storyline is they wanted to leave and stuff, and yeah, it's just basically saying that maybe Regal's lost it a little bit. And then we go into this match, which is Cameron Grimes versus Mansoor. Cameron Grimes got the win, 45, not too bad. Apparently both of them were off their game, but it's still got a decent rating, bearing everything in mind. Just a simple match there, not much going on. Cameron Grimes was terrible with no script. Okay, we'll have to write that down. But Cameron Grimes talks about how great he is after the match. This Slater one is a bit of a slowish burner. It won't be a massive slow burner, but it will just take a couple of weeks, and he's just Grimes going to get arrogant, and Slater's going to return, basically. Grimes can't talk. Grimes can't talk. E-I-O-P-O. Grimes can't talk. God, I love NXT right now because none of them can talk. It's so annoying. Then we have Naduka and Scarlett for 27 rated again. It's just slowly building that up. Hopefully his popularity will just go up over time, so when he does have a match, he'll be high in pop. But I thought the segments would be higher because he's really good at menace. She's really good at like sex appeal and stuff. So I put them both as that with these creepy promos or whatever. And yeah, it's still low things, so I'm guessing their popularity has something to do with it. Then we have Indus in a match between against two jobbers, basically local competitors. They lose very, very quickly, the local competitors. The fact that one of the local competitors performed better than Indus is worrying. Actually worrying, that is. Oh dear. Oh god, that's a worry. Then we had Indus went to beat up the local competitors, and Lorcan and Birch came out for the save. That was a little bit better, I guess. God, if them two can't wrestle, that's going to be a problem. Then, whoa, hello. So Kendrick diminished Mac's win against Finn Balor and his wins recently, and Mac tells him, you know, to shut up and pull it in the ring, basically. All of them enjoyed freedom without a script, so this rivalry could be one that makes Kendrick and Mac like this. To be honest with you, this has made me think maybe Kendrick needs to get into that Cruiserweight title picture sooner rather than later. I have a plan for that. I probably will do the Cruiserweight Classic at the end of the year, after NXT TakeOver War Games, to decide the next contender and stuff, and bring in a couple of people from outside and this, that and the other. So that's my thinking. I don't know whether I'll be able to do it or not though. Then we have a match between Killian, Dane and Jake Atlas, to which Jake Atlas got the win via roll-up. It was only 12 minutes, not as long as it can be. These two will have a great match, I reckon. If this is 41, I reckon with storyline heat and stuff, we could possibly get this to about a 50 between these two. And yeah, like just a fast roll up, it will annoy Killian Dane, to which Killian Dane will probably do some very mean stuff in the future. Then we have William Regal talking again. This time he's apologising on the phone, sort of thing, and it's not looking good. Then we have Bobby Fish checking on Roderick Strong and telling him he will win the titles for Strong against Imperium, and he has a plan. Obviously this means Kyle O'Reilly's coming back. Obviously. I'm just slow burning it a little bit. I was going to bring him back on the show, but I thought, let's rein it in. We've got a few weeks to play with here. So, yeah. It's going to get really heated, this rivalry, hopefully. Then we had Bronson Reed versus Kona Reeves. Bronson Reed with a really good performance, 43. I don't think he has any popularity at all. I think he has like 20 or something. Kona Reeves is 22 and he has no popularity at all. The crowd were turned off by having a match outside of the pre-show between workers they aren't invested in. That's going to be a worry because Bronson Reed's about to go into the title picture. Oh god. Okay. 24 rated. But Bronson Reed brought it up. He improvised very well, and he calls out Priest for the title. So, you know, Priest had just won it last week. He's called Bronson Reed's calling him out. What I really like about Bronson Reed right now is currently he's just calling out everyone. He called out Karrion Kross. Now he's calling out Priest. He's not scared of anyone. That's kind of the attitude you're getting. Yeah, what? I'll tell you why I just said what in a minute. Thatcher attacks Boa, basically ripping his arm out of his socket and staring down the camera, basically telling Pete Dunne, this will be you, this will be you. And Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle try and split things up. Kurt Angle has debuted his Olympic gold medalist gimmick. It has got an initial rating of poor. How? It is literally Kurt Angle's own gimmick. How can he be poor at his own gimmick? Still got a 50 rated though, so I mean, you can't complain at all, can you? Then we've got, ooh, nice, poorly placed. Okay, brilliant. So this Isaiah Swerve Scott versus Tony Nese. Swerve Scott with a 53 rated, Tony Nese with a 51 rated match, 53 rated overall. Apparently it was just poorly placed in the card. It needs the crowd to be lifted. It's not my fault. Well, it is my fault, but I didn't think like they wouldn't care about the previous match at all, so that's a bit annoying. But I mean, I'm not complaining. If they can do a 53 rated and the crowd aren't as invested as they can be, you know, these two are very good. The cruiserweights need more time on screen, and that's what I'm trying to give them. Speaking of cruiserweights, we have Devlin with Drake Maverick, and Devlin's basically telling him, you know, you're gonna get your shot, mate. You're gonna get it. Like, you saved me from losing my title last week. You stop this. You're gonna get the shot. Now, obviously, the rumor. Then you've got the little tension between the fact that did Maverick, you know, only get involved just so he could get the title shot, stuff like that. So there's still tension between Devlin and Maverick, enough for what's to come next. Then we have Regal, Triple H and Kurt Angle all in like a backstage area with like a camera trying like near them, but they don't quite realise it's on them. And Angle, basically the one thing you hear is Angle going, "Do you need me to do this?" Hinting that Kurt Angle could be taken over from William Regal. So yeah, 65 rated. It's just lifting that storyline heat. It won't be to do with anything, but I'm just hoping if the storyline heats up, it might just help the segments a little bit more. Then we have a really nice match between Willie Mack and the Brian Kendrick. Willie Mack won when Brian Kendrick intentionally got counted out. So during the match, he just decided, no, I'm not doing this, I'm leaving. Kendrick with a 47, Willie Mack with a 53. They're going to have a really good match as well. It's nice to see, you know, a few storylines I was a bit worried about the matchups. They've really matched up well. I seem to have guessed who's the best people for the jobs, basically. 52 rated, nice way to start this feud off. Then we have DMRD just talking about his career and about, you know, his fight with Karrion Kross, this, that, and the other. This is going to be going on over multiple weeks. So if you ever see me put in Madden talking about his career, stuff like that, it's just going to be him talking either about Kross, about his journey from the commentary table to the ring, stuff like that. Oh, God's sake. So Priest says he's open to facing Reed at TakeOver. It's only 24. Priest was awful, terrible with no script. Kath Kelly was also not good without a script, but she's been good previously. So I'm gonna guess that the reason why she weren't very good was simply because he wasn't good. I wonder whether that's something they've incorporated into the game, to which, like, if an interviewer is interviewing someone, they're awful off script, then obviously the interviewer's going to be awful as well, because they're going to have nothing to work off. So yeah, a bit annoying, but hopefully we can make it up in time for the pay-per-view. And then 48 rated match. Lovely stuff. Yeah, so basically what this was a battle royal, 15-woman battle royal. Aaliyah, Candice LeRae, Chelsea Green, Dakota Kai, Indy Hartwell, Casey Catanzaro, Kaden Carter, Mercedes Martinez, Mia Yim, Raquel Gonzalez, Rhea Ripley, Santana Garrett, Shotzi Blackheart, and the people off not on this didn't fit were Tegan Nox and Vanessa Bourne. Candice LeRae won the Battle Royal. The final four were Ripley, Nox and Dakota Kai. Ripley was the final elimination, just to sucker people in. People think that, you know, Rhea Ripley's going to get it. She's going to get that extra shot. No, not at all. You got Nox and Kai probably eliminated each other. Raquel Gonzalez got the most eliminations over the course of the match. I thought that was a good idea, because then that's the reason why Dakota Kai made it so far. And then during the match, Robert Stone accidentally hit Chelsea Green. That's something just to, you know, further that Robert Stone brand feud. As you can see, it's gained popularity for the Nox Kai feud, gained popularity for the Robert Stone brand feud, advanced the Rhea Ripley storyline, started the IO Shirai and Candice LeRae storyline. Shotzi Blackheart seemed off a game, Vanessa Bourne seemed off a game. Casey Catanzaro did a stunt bump. I thought that'd be quite cool. It might actually improve her popularity. I don't know whether that'll have anything to do with it, because, you know, it's something to pop the crowd, so I wonder whether they'll be interested in that, because I quite like her. I think she's quite cool. Something different about her. But so many storylines woven in here. This is what I love about NXT and about what I'm doing right now, which is there's so many storylines woven into one another that as soon as a match like this happens, every elimination has a storyline to it. Because even the likes of, you know, Casey Catanzaro being eliminated, that's because Raquel Gonzalez is being an absolute beast and is eliminating people left, right and centre. You know, every elimination in this match had a storyline to it. So yeah, that's really good. What do I need to change? So yeah, I needed to turn IO Shirai babyface, because she is a babyface. Like, right now she is a babyface, so I'm turning her babyface. Let's do that. So a cocky gimmick was great, likely to rise over time. Wins and losses have a great impact on momentum, and she can be penalised for losing to a comedy gimmick. That's fine, I don't have any. Too many of your recent turns have been shocks with limited build-up. And that's fine. It went down. It didn't go down particularly well, so it'll be fine. The problem is, it's just not everything has been lined up. So you had Allegado da Fantasma, you've got the IO Shirai thing, this, that, and the other. So it's rather frustrating, really. But yeah, I think IO is a face right now. She just is. So I don't know why it wasn't already set like that. Like, the other ones have been shocks before this mod was made. The IO Shirai one was already set in stone before this one was made, so I don't know why that wasn't in there. But hey ho, we'll move forward. And there we go. So Shirai and Candice LeRae have a standoff. Shirai holds up the title. 53 rated, gained heat. It's not going to be a great show, but it's going to be good enough, isn't it? It's going to be good enough. So yeah, there we go. 56 rated overall. It's still increased popularity in all the regions, and that was a weak show. If you think about it, right? We hadn't had a women's feud set yet. We hadn't had a men's feud set yet. We haven't had a North American title feud set yet. You know, we only had the tag one set. Timothy Thatcher was the only other one that we really had that had a high popularity one. So we've got a lot of feuds here that were just starting out. So to still get a 56 rated with that, to me that's a good thing. I don't know whether you guys will think that, but to me that's a good thing. So we'll finish the show, but I'm happy with that. I was really worried about this show. I thought it could go really wrong. So I'm glad it didn't. I'm really glad it didn't, because, you know, as I said, we've got so many storylines woven into one another right now that I think this is what my NXT will look like from now on. Obviously, the last few weeks have been absolutely nuts, haven't they? Like, everyone knows they have been absolutely insane. With title matches here, there, and everywhere, and these big matches. Now I'm getting to the point where I'm not doing massive matches. I'm just doing matches that make sense for storyline reasons. And if I'm still gaining popularity, that's a good sign. Shawn Michaels has been called up now. I had a feeling that was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen, but he had one final appearance just to help popularity and stuff. A lot of really high TV rating. What did Dynamite get? Probably really high because of their people. Yeah, 69 show rating. That main event was unbelievable between Pac and Orange Cassidy defeated the Bucks. Bloody hell, you know, they just have so many good people, it's insane. But that's part and parts of, you know, they should be competing with WWE. We need to try and compete with them, just in general. But the fact that, you know, 56 rating in Women just started, storylines, that's a really good sign. If we have a look at our storylines, actually, are we getting penalised for anything? So the Cruiserweight one's really high now. The Thatcher one's hot. That one's so close. The Kendrick Mack one's really close to being hot. Dream Loomis is considered hot instantly, so that's a good sign. Regal losing his job is hot as well. Ripley's close. The Robert Stone brand, I've managed to turn this around. How I have managed to turn this around, I don't know. But I've turned this storyline around ridiculously well. That one's considered hot now, the Scott Nese Gallagher one. So yeah, and then the Imperium era one, I don't think it's ever going to quite get there. And the Shirai LeRae one should get there eventually. But yeah, that's good for me. I'm chuffed with that. Brilliant. Okay, so we've set in stone. We've got the baseline now. We're gonna move forwards. We're gonna keep going. We've got a lot going on. We've got a lot of. We've got NXT TakeOver Boston in a few weeks. I've already got the plan for that. I've already written down the show. I've got the plan for War Games. I know what that is now. I've got the plan for the end of the year. The Cruiserweight Classic, I think, is going to be in there. I've got so much stuff going on, and I have a plan, finally. So now we've moved past all these call-ups and everything. We might have the odd one here and there, but the mass amounts we're not going to have anymore. We can move on. This is my NXT now. Welcome to it. And thank you guys for watching. Put anything down in the comments down below. Obviously, I've asked questions throughout the episode, so put any answers to that down below, and just put anything, you know, any advice, anything, any storylines you're really looking forward to, any storylines you think we should go with in the future, any people we should get, this, that, and the other. Put it all down. I read every comment. I reply to every comment. So yeah, just do that. Hit that like button if you like this video. If you're new here, please subscribe, because we're right in the thick of becoming a new NXT, so you can join in right at the right time. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. See ya!